Hello, hello, Sir David the Bard out of Kangaroo City here in Australia. I found something very interesting to me in the Desert News, which backs up many of the things that I've said to you over 2 years of being on the show here. It's in the Desert News, and it's today, Sunday, September 15th, at 5 a.m. And here is the title: LDS World, Iffy, I-F-F-Y, Blessings and Paying Tithing. Okay, now this goes down. It's written by a woman, and she said she ran into a friend the other day that had no job, and she was looking for a job, and she was hurting. She was in a bad way for money. And a long story short, this lady said, well, you received a blessing that you would get a job if you did everything about living the gospel. Well, she found out this girl wasn't paying a full tithe. I guess she wanted food. She wanted to eat. But, you know, this girl said, well, I have a job and I have a nice family. Pay your money to the cult. So, anyway, this self-righteous bitch is banging on the other girl to pay her tithing. Hey, if you've never been hungry, you don't understand what she's saying here. Here's where there was a young man, and his dad was a patriarch. In the Mormon church, a patriarch is the fortune teller. They tell your future. Iffy you do, iffy what they tell you to do, and everything. Well, what's everything? Nobody knows what everything is. Here is the secret of the Mormon priesthood right here. Here it is, folks. Iffy you do everything, then these blessings are going to come to you. Well, none of us do anything or everything. Some of us do nothing. Anyway, this iffy idea puts the responsibility on the individual to get the blessings, not the patriarch giving you the blessing. So the patriarch can stand back and go, hey, I told you you'd be a millionaire, and you're in jail, and you have no money. But I said if you did everything, and you must not have done something. So the blame always goes on the member of the cult when their priesthoods and their magic fail. Now, here's the thing that she was talking about. Tithing. Boy, that's number one. Give us your damn money, and every blessing is going to come to you. I have to take a side note here. I had my patriarchal blessing, and it said, many shall come to hear you. And I thought, what am I going to be, some kind of orator? Oracle? I don't know. So all my life I go, God, I haven't had a chance to write a book or have many come to hear me. And so then I thought, well, I must not be living the gospel because it's my fault. Well, then my YouTube show started, and you know, I got like 520,000 hits in 2 years here. And so the patriarch had it right. You Mormons can jump up and down. He had it right. Many have come to hear me. And among those, see, this is the other part of the sentence. And among those that hear you, many will join the gospel. I think he got that one wrong, folks. I think he got that one wrong, and that's my fault. Now, here's where this philosophy just takes a turn up the turd bowl. A missionary, 10 of them were killed since January of this year. If there is anybody, quote, living their cult gospel, it's got to be a missionary. They don't see anyone, they don't hear anybody, no family contact. I mean, it goes on and on how much they live the gospel. And they're shot, they're run over, they're electrocuted. How is that their fault? How is that their fault? Oh, the Mormons, oh, they wanted them on the other side to preach the gospel. Well, let me tell you something. Anyone that's on the other side don't want to hear about Mormonism. They didn't want to hear about it here. They don't want to hear about it there. So, you know, here's these conflicting principles of life that make no sense in a cult. If you do everything, include paying your tithing, then you will get blessings. Well, the Mormon missionaries do that and they get run over. How do you explain it? Well, you don't. It's just a silliness. Anyway, they end here with tithing. It's always tithing. It's always the money, and they're hurting for money. It's obvious. They're hitting it so hard. He said, more specifically, with the payment of tithes, the Lord, in essence, says, give me back 1/10 of everything that is mine, and I have given to you, and I will open the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there shall not be room enough to receive it. The Lord will rain down so many blessings that there won't be enough room in your storehouse to contain them. You will be blessed to overflowing. Well, you guys want to believe that? Doesn't hurt me. Doesn't hurt me at all. Doesn't hurt me a bit that you want to believe if you pay your tithing and do all these other things that the Lord is going to bless you. Well, let me tell you, you need to bless yourself. Get a decent job. Get a decent education. Be honest. Work hard. And be a kind and a nice person. You don't need God. You don't need a God. And you don't need to be paying 1/10 of your money off to the Mormon church. So please, if you're a Mormon, come and explain it on my comments that if you're doing everything, then the blessings will work. But if you're not doing everything, then the patriarch is off. And then please explain to me how 10 of your missionaries who are living the gospel perfectly are run over in the street, shot in the head, and electrocuted. Thanks.